The commentary on the Hevajra Tantra called the Jewel Garland of Yoga. Yoga ratna mālā, nāma Hevajra pañjikā. Chapter 9. Pure Aspects. I will now teach the chapter on pure aspects. Every single entity possesses a pure aspect known as its thusness. Then it is taught for the deities, each distinguished individually. In the title, the chapter on pure aspects, a pure aspect is that which purifies. It is that through which all entities become faultless. The chapter that explains this is the chapter on pure aspects. The pure aspect pervades all entities. It is their thusness, the emptiness of all phenomena. The phrase known as refers to what is explained or what was explained in chapter 8. Then means now. Why are the deities, Vajra, Gauri, and so forth, impure? And how are they purified? About this, Vajradhara speaks the following verse. The 6 sense faculties, 5 aggregates, 6 sense sources, and 5 elements are pure by nature, but obscured by ignorance and afflictions. By nature means through the nature of thusness. But if they are pure, what is the need of purification? About this, Vajradhara speaks the line beginning, are obscured by ignorance. Ignorance is not knowing the intrinsic nature, which constitutes the cognitive obscuration. Afflictions are desire and so forth, which constitute obscuration of the afflictions. Obscured by them means covered by them. This is why purification is needed. The pure aspect has the nature of self-awareness. No other purity brings liberation. Because objects are pure entities, self-awareness is supreme bliss. To explain what a pure aspect with the nature of thusness is like, Vajradhara speaks the verse beginning, the pure aspect. The sense here is that the purification occurs through the pure aspects as explained in chapter 8, and not by any other. Everything else that appears to a yogin, the sense field of form and the rest, are all pure objects, because the world is composed of Buddhas. The ultimate pure aspect of the sense fields, such as a sense field of form, is the bliss of self-awareness. Everything else, external forms and so forth, are pure objects, meaning they are pure by nature. To express why this is, Vajradhara says, because the world is composed of Buddhas. The world, along with all that is animate and inanimate, consists of the natural state. Vajragarbha asked, what is impure, O Blessed One? Form and so forth, replied the Blessed One. Why are they impure? Because of the presence of subject and object. Vajragarbha asked, what are subject and object? Here, Vajragarbha asks about the deities being the pure aspects with the words, what is impure? The Blessed One replied, form is apprehended by the eye, sound is heard by the ear, smell is perceived by the nose, and flavor by the tongue. In the verse beginning, form is apprehended. Apprehended means discerned. Is perceived means is discerned. Flavor refers to taste. Material objects are felt by the body, and the mind apprehends happiness and so forth. Being worth attending to, they should be attended to, after neutralizing their poison through purity. Apprehends means perceives. If they are impure, are they not worth attending to? About this, Vajradhara says that they are worth attending to, meaning that they merit attention. Vajra is related to the aggregate of form. Gauri is known to be related to sensation. Vari Yoginī is related to perception, and Vajradakini to mental formations. How is poison removed from the aggregates? About this, Vajradhara speaks the verses beginning, Vajra is related to the aggregate of form. This means that Vajra should be known as the pure aspect of the aggregate of form. Nairatmya Yoginī abides as the nature of the aggregate of consciousness. If they are employed as their pure aspects, practitioners of reality will certainly always succeed. This is the inner enclosure. Based on what is described in these verses, Vajradhara speaks of practitioners of reality. Next, I will teach the outer enclosure, which includes the yoginis beginning with the other Gauri. Pukasi is said to be in the northeast. Shabari is famed for being in the southeast. Chandali is located in the southwest, and Dombini is in the northwest. The line beginning with the word Pukasi marks the beginning of the description of the outer enclosure. However, Gauri was listed in the inner enclosure, so why is she also listed in the outer enclosure? About this, Vajradhara speaks the word other to indicate that this is another Gauri with the same name. Gauri is known to be in the east, Chauri in the south, Vaitali in the west, Gasmari in the north, and Buchari in the region below. Kechari is in the region above. This is prescribed in the stage of arising. The last two deities abide as the nature of existence and nirvana respectively. The two deities are the two goddesses. Gauri is said to be related to form. Chauri is proclaimed to be related to sound. Vaitali is related to odor. And Gasmari, famously, to flavor. The different locations are specified in order to show how these goddesses are distributed, but their natures as pure aspects are not explained. To do so, Vajradhara speaks the verses beginning, Gauri is said to be related to form. Buchari is said to be related to tactility, while Kechari belongs to the Dharma Dhatu. Practitioners of reality will always succeed through their pure aspects. Practitioners of reality are practitioners of the reality of deities. The pure aspect of the arms is emptiness, of the feet the maras, of the faces the 8 liberations, and of the eyes the 3 vajras. The verse that begins with the pure aspect of the arms expresses the pure aspect of the arms of the 16-armed Hevajra. The thatness of his 16 arms is the 16 types of emptiness, namely the emptiness of the internal, the emptiness of the external, the emptiness of the internal and external, great emptiness, the emptiness of emptiness, the emptiness of the absolute truth, the emptiness of the conditioned, the emptiness of the unconditioned, infinite emptiness, the emptiness without beginning or end, the emptiness of non-repudiation, the emptiness of intrinsic characteristics, natural emptiness, the emptiness of all phenomena, the emptiness of non-existence, and the emptiness of the intrinsic nature of non-existence. These are specifically applied to the arms. The feet, in their pure aspect, are the crushing of the maras. The maras are the mara of the aggregates, the mara of the afflictions, the mara of death, and the mara of divine pride. Faces should be in the genitive case. The 3 vajras refers to the vajra body, speech, and mind. Earth is said to be Pukasi. The element of water is known as Shabari. Fire should be known as Chandali, and wind is famed as Dombi. In the verse beginning Earth, Pukasi and the other yoginis are identified as the pure aspects of earth and the other elements. hatred is described as chakri, desire as Yoginī, envy as Vajradakini, slander as the secret Gauri, and likewise delusion as Vajra. They are the purification of hatred and so forth. They purify the aggregates as part of the stage of arising. The aggregates refers to the aggregates and the rest. The very thing that binds people can release them from bondage. People are confused. They do not know reality. Without reality, accomplishment will not be won. Having thus explained the pure aspects that pertain to the generation stage, Vajradhara speaks about the pure aspect of equal taste in the context of the completed stage in the verse beginning, "People can." The very thing, such as form and so forth, that binds people is that by which I am released, not through cultivating the form of the deity and so forth. If people can be released by that very thing, how are they bound? About this, Vajradhara says that people are confused because they believe that all these things here are real. They do not know reality. They do not know the basic fact that they do not arise. Without reality means that they have not cultivated non-arising. The sense is that they will not win accomplishment, the state of Vajradhara. Therefore, there is no odor, sound, form, or flavor, and there is no purity of mind. There is no touch and no phenomena, since everything is purity. The world is pure by nature. This is how I regard the world. This being the case, the sense is that, from the perspective of absolute truth, form and the rest are not found in any way for precisely this reason. There is no purity of mind that is to be separately engaged, because it too is naturally unarisen. Everything is purity means that the entire world is pure. What is the implication of stating that purity is the emptiness of all phenomena? The world is pure by its intrinsic nature. And who is it that knows this to be so? Vajra said, I regard the world, meaning I know. This was the 9th chapter, Pure Aspects. This concludes Pure Aspects, the 9th chapter in the Jewel Garland of Yoga, a commentary on the Hevajra Tantra composed by the Venerable Master Kṛṣṇa.